Alrighty then. We're back with another UBQ series, Mill versus Modern. We're going up against Miss Destroy. And this is a very slow hand. We will not keep it. This is much better. We will keep this one. We've got the Watery Grave to get the Hedron Crab. We've got the Surgical Extraction to take out anything in the opponent's graveyard. We will keep this 6, and we'll keep that on top. Why not? Go to 18. Hedron Crab. Pass the turn. Waiting on Miss Destroy to see whether or not our Hedron Crab resolves. And it should, because it's turn 1 on the play. My opponent wish me luck. I have to turn that off. Same to you. Serum Visions. I love seeing Serum Visions against this deck, because if they keep them on top, they're losing them. Bottom. Top. Okay, let's see what you kept on top. And then the next 2 cards. You kept Goryo's Vengeance. Oh my sweet Jesus. Well, I'm happy I have Surgical Extraction to yank whatever you try pulling in, or pulling into your graveyard, or pulling out of your graveyard, rather. And I'm also happy I have an Ensnaring Bridge to stop whatever shenanigans you try doing here. Scalding Tarn. Crack Scalding Tarn. Blood Crypt. Faithless Looting. Whatever you put in there, I'm taking out. Goryo's Vengeance is an instant. Okay. So I have to wait to surgically extract whatever they put in response to a Goryo's Vengeance. Grishoalbrand. I'm just going to take it now since my opponent does not have black mana open. One in hand. Let's see here. Guide, Breach, Worm, Delta, Vents. In hand. This is very dangerous. I was hoping to hit a 3rd land there. Barbaric Mouse. And a Serum Visions. Playing the Grishoalbrand deck. This is terrifying. And our opponent drew Mountain. Shelduck Isle. Shelduck Isle. What can we put underneath? Oh boy, we're going to put an Archive Trap. Damnation went into the graveyard. That's no fun. Steam Vents. Desperate Ritual. 4/5 through the breach. Here it comes. This is gonna hurt. Yep. Yep. 15/15 Hasty Worm. And then they get 3/5/5 tramples. This is gonna hurt. Okay, we will play Ensnaring Bridge. That should keep us alive. We're going to have to get those out of their library at some point, otherwise we'll never be able to mill them. Faithless Looting. They have 20 cards in the graveyard. We can see Visions of Beyond to draw 3. Another World Spine Worm. Sure. Why would you discard that? Just because it goes back in? Let's see here. 2, 4, 6, 8. They're going to mill 8 cards, taking them to 19, which is not enough for Shelldock Isle to mill them outright. And I cannot crack my fetch land. Worth noting. Oh, we still need to get rid of the... Oh, Crypt Incursions. These aren't good to see in here. We need these. How about a Snapcaster? Our opponent is digging for Goryo's Vengeance. So they can bring back... Yep, 2 World Spine Worms discarded. Sure. Sure. Yeah, they're digging for Goryo's Vengeance to bring back a Borborygmos Enraged. Soon the only thing left in their deck will be... Oh boy. Yeah, we're getting to a point where the only cards left in their deck will be World Spine Worms. One, two, 3 Goryo's Vengeances in their graveyard. Okay, those are the only cards left in my opponent's deck. 4 World Spine Worms. I think I'm going to deck myself here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, I might deck myself. Yep, alright. Begin sideboarding. Pithing Needle, Dispel, Negate, Negate, both ley lines. Let's see here. Taking out all 4 Mesmeric Orbs, because those are bad for us. Alright, we'll bring in both Leyline of the Voids, both Cryptic Commands, Pithing Needle to name Borberg Most Enraged, 2 Negates, Dispel, and we took out all 4 Mesmeric Orbs, and all 4 Jace's Phantasms. And our opponent has to restart. So this is going to be awkward. So let's see here. We'll talk over our deck choices while our opponent restarts. Obviously, Leyline of the Voids shuts down their entire strategy. Let's see here. Negates shut down their Glorious Vengeances and their Nourishing Shoals. Dispels do the same. Pithing Needle to name Borberg Most Enraged is fantastic. Cryptic Commands to also counter their ridiculousness. Basically just bringing in all the hard counter spells. Pithing Needle and 2 ley lines, because we need even more graveyard hate. It's like battling against Dredge, but even more stringent that we get rid of the graveyard as soon as possible. Okay. This is not good. This will keep just because we have the Dispel. And the Negate. We're going to play our Hedron Crab that we kept on top. Marsh Flats. And mill them for 3, keeping up Dispel if we need it. What did our opponent keep on top? Cliffs, Nourishing Shoal, and Through the Breach. A Bloodstained Mire from our opponent. We're going to crack this now, and our opponent doesn't go hog ham. Okay. Shields are down. Inquisition, Spirit Guide, and another Through the Breach. We'll play Ghost Quarter. Miller opponent. Engineered explosives. Interesting. Can they Bobergamos in response? Well, actually, we have Dispel and Negate up if they try. They're going to try here. We're going to let our opponent do that. And now they know we have 2 hard counters and a Visions of Beyond in hand. Sure, you got our second Marsh Flats. You can see what we brought in against you as well. Naming Bobergamos makes me feel fine about our Pithing Needle and not seeing any answers to it. Except for Engineered Explosives. Quicksilver Amulet. Interesting. Okay, our opponent isn't countering this. They're drawing 2 cards and then discarding 2 cards. Discarding a Grishoalbrand. Take our opponent's Worldspine Worms. And they have Gorios, Brand, Breach, Delta in hand. And we have Dispel and Negate available to us. Our opponent drew a Dirkslick Shores and played it. We'll play an island. Pass the turn. I believe we have this game mainly because we got the Worldspine Worms out of their deck. And anytime they try to pull their shenanigans, we've got Dispel and Negate back up. We even have Cryptic. And there's the delta we know about. So they have a Grishoalbrand in 2 through the breaches, and they failed to find. Our opponent has 7 cards left. They failed to find with a polluted delta. Do they have a mountain left? And they concede. We could bring in summary dismissals, but they're not very good. The best they would do is the pay 7, draw 7. We could summary dismissal that after they've already paid 7. But that's not relevant because we don't care about our opponent's life total. Especially since we have Jace's Phantasms out of the deck. An opening Leyline of the Void would be fantastic. We do have the Crypt Incursion and the Double Crab. We're going to keep this hand. It is super risky, but we're going to keep it. Oh, the unfortunate Scalding turn with no good targets on our own. We should not have kept this hand. I have a bad feeling about this. They kept 1 on the bottom, 1 on the top. Serum Visions again. Bottom, bottom. Island. Serum Visions again. That's Serum Visions number 3. Bottom, bottom. Now we got a Grishoalbrand in the graveyard. This is where we lose. 1 more land and we have Crypt Incursion open. Blackcleave Cliffs. Is this where we lose? YOLO. Goryo's Vengeance targeting Grishoalbrand. They got it. Exile it at the beginning of the next step. Okay. Our opponent is at 3. Can we draw a Lightning Bolt? Wait, wrong deck. Nourishing Shoal, exiling a World Spine Worm. Sure. Draw some more cards. You draw 7 more. So our opponent has drawn 21 cards, leaving 21 left in the deck, and exiling another Worldspine Worm to a Nurturing Shoal. Now they have 14 cards left. Yep, they've got the game. We should have mulliganed. Our opponent is at 4. Can we draw a Boros Charm? Wrong deck. Our opponent can't draw, or they can draw once more, but they have to win if they do. And they don't have a Borborygmos Enraged in their graveyard, so let's see here. They can Desperate Ritual, and adding 3, Desperate Ritual again. Faithless Looting. Okay, this is how they do it. Yep, sure. Boy, if we had Graveyard Hay right now in hand. There's the Borborygmos. That's 14 power haste. Some of it's flying, some of it's trample. We're just going to auto-yield here. Oh, no, never mind. They're holding priority. 15, 12, 9, 6, 3, and 0. Alright, so that was that.